As of today, Saturday, the 13th of September, 2025, we have not seen any video where the Herdsmen have laid down their weapons. We have not seen any video anywhere in Nigeria where the Herdsmen have laid down their weapon. After that instruction that came from Macban to the federal government, because Macban cannot just make a declaration, it was from the federal government. Macban told Herdsmen, lay down your weapons, no more weapons for any Herdsmen. And I gave you that information on your screen. So you see there on your screen now. Lay down your weapons, no more Herdsmen using weapons again, no more grazing in the night, and no more interstate grazing. But as of today, Saturday, September 13, 2025, we have not seen anywhere in any video where the Herdsmen or anybody they call themselves have laid down their weapons. We saw under Yaradua, Niger militants laid down their weapons for amnesty. But I have not seen anything that today, so I was report what we have not seen. But then, like I've already said, that policy is very, very good from the presidency through Macban. But the implementation matters. Yesterday, the 12th of September, Friday, we saw 2 cattle rustlers arrested with weapons by the Nigerian soldiers. It is also right there on your screen. Nigerian soldiers arrested 2 of them with weapons in Plateau State. That was right there on your screen. But in case you are watching for the first time analysis, in case you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, all notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. As you are watching, be liking and be sharing, and also be dropping your comments. Let me know what you are thinking. Drop your comments, like and share, and subscribe and not subscribe, and also on notifications. Don't just subscribe, also on notifications. Now, we want to see maybe a video that these people are dropping their weapons so that we can believe. Because most Nigerians are in palpitations. How can somebody be wearing cows and have AK-47? So let them start dropping their the weapons through a video, maybe to the military. Until then, we can believe that this law or this decree is working for Macban. Not just by mouth. Let them drop their weapon. Let us see the video of them dropping their weapons. Because I gave that news when they said no more AK-47 or any kind of weapon for the Herdsmen. But let them drop their weapon and show us live video like we saw under Yaradua doing the Niger militant amnesty. That is the right way to go. There are no other 2 ways about it. That is just the right way to go. We have not seen of today, Saturday, the 13th of September, 2025. I have not seen any video. If I saw that video, I will have given you that video. I have not seen. I was bringing that news since it happened. I was bringing the news when it was breaking news. But today, I have not seen anything. So the government must come down hard on them. But kudos to Tinubu'S government when the people that did that nonsense in Ondo State, June 5, 2021, when they have been said, no, you cannot come out, stay there. The court refused to release the Al-Shabaab people that came to destroy Ondo, particularly Owo, on Sunday. Over 50 man beings were killed in church in Ondo State. So I'd like to see actions, not just words. Let us see corresponding action with what the government have said. Enough is enough. How can somebody be wearing cows and have AK-47? So let us see the corresponding actions on that. Tinubu must not allow what happened to other boy happen this time around. That's why we are supposed to state police supporting the military to ensure that there's sanity and there's peace. in Nigeria. So we must support the Nigerian military as well the police. And the police can come to this country. And like I said, nobody owns Nigeria. So nobody should behave that like without us, nothing will happen. So I'm beginning to see any herdsmen with AK-47 must be arrested. Any herdsmen that graze in the middle of the night must be arrested. Any herdsmen that does interstate grazing must be arrested. This have been rectified by MACBAN, Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria. And you know that the federal government has found at any kind of weapons being used by the herdsmen in Nigeria. Now, 2 cattle rustlers was arrested, and that's right there on your screen. 2 cattle rustlers were arrested yesterday, the 12th of September 2025, which was Friday. Today, the 13th of September 2025, we are looking at the implications because Muhammadu Buhari was the life patron of Miyetti Allah. While he was alive, Muhammadu Buhari was the life patron of Miyetti Allah. And these herdsmen have been carrying weapons across Nigeria, unchallenged. So they didn't just start today. They have been doing it for a very, very long time. But it seems enough is enough. The government have said enough is enough. No more herdsmen carrying weapons in Nigeria anymore. And this should serve as a lesson. And again, I've always maintained this is the right step in the right direction for all Nigerians. The herdsmen should no longer be allowed to be carrying weapons in Nigeria. So enough is enough. But like I said, that implementation stage is where it matters. But don't forget, the 2 that were arrested may serve as deterrence to others. The 2 that were arrested yesterday, they will serve as deterrence. I remember when a man said, if a Yoruba man carry gun, he is a thief. If an Igbo man carries a gun, he is IPOB members. If somebody from the north carries a gun, you call him an hunter. That was the incident that happened in Uromi, Delta State. The old Bendel, Uromi in Edo State. The old Bendel State. When so-called hunters with weapons were arrested. And you saw what happened to them. Which, like I said, this platform, I don't buy into jungle justice. But then, after they were arrested, and what happened to them, you saw the outcry from the north. The north were crying and they were angry against that incident. But the question was the fact that the killings that are happening in the north, how many times the northern elders have came out to condemn it? This is that pertinent question. How many times have the northern elders came out to condemn what the herdsmen have done in other parts of Nigeria? Or you probably say these people that are disguising as herdsmen, because common sense should prevail. An herdsman, what is he doing with weapons? How can you be wearing cows and you are having AK-47? And we know that there may be infiltrations, or probably there is a sinister motive to what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. But then, the activities that stop in the north, it also happen in the western part of Nigeria, the eastern part of Nigeria. Ijogo, for example, AMF, for example, you have seen how these people go from state to state and destroy other people's properties, their livelihood, sometimes human beings themselves. So all these are pointers that these people have sinister motives. So the government banning the Herdsmen is the right step in the right direction. The government is saying that enough is enough. We don't want anybody or any Herdsmen using AK-47. So this to me is the right step in the right direction. And all Nigerians, or let me repeat, all well-meaning Nigerians must support this initiative. The so-called Herdsmen should not be using any kind of weapon again. These are the but Buhari should have clamped down on the Herdsmen while he was the president. Or say armed Herdsmen or Fulani military, I don't know if you call them. Buhari should have clamped down on them while he was the president of Nigeria. He should have clamped down. But like I said, he was the life patron of Miyeti Allah while he was here with us, or when he was Nigerian president. So probably he looked the other way while he was Nigerian president. What the Herdsmen are doing in the west, in the east, can a Yoruba man go to the north and do that same thing? Can an Igbo man go to the north and do that same thing? What is so-called, what they are so-called, what they are doing in this part of Nigeria, can it happen the other way around? These are vital questions. Can it happen the other way around? Can a Yoruba man go to the north and call himself Herdsmen and start killing people there, or Igbo man does the same thing? So the question is, why are these always getting away with this? That's why I said, and you saw that the South were for the state police, or the South understood what they had faced from these people in Nigeria. So when it's even the middle belt people too, they agreed to a state. That's why I'm not surprised. People like us have been saying state police is the right step in the right direction. With state police, there will be effective policing for the indigenous people of their own respective states. But when the other youth said that we don't want state police, I could see where they are coming from. The present Nigeria favors northern Nigeria. This present state of Nigeria favors the north. So there's no way they could ever ask for a change in policy, change in direction, or change in anything. But I've asked that question several times. Assuming the oil that belongs to the south, or better still, Niger Delta. So let's stay on the Niger Delta. Assuming that oil belongs to the north, will there still be one Nigeria today? Assuming that oil that belongs to the southern Nigeria, I'm talking about them, Niger Delta. Assuming that oil belongs to the north, will there still be one Nigeria? Will not still be shouting that we want to stay as one? Drop your comment on this. Will there still be your one Nigeria with the way things are? As I said, if you are watching, just like and share and drop your comments. Subscribe or not subscribe and on notifications. Your comment matters. I like when people do their comments because I get some feedbacks from their comments. So drop your comments. But as you are watching, also like and share to others. Let other people come in. The oil of Niger Delta, as we belong to the north, will there still be the same one Nigeria today? These are pertinent questions that deserve answers if we are sincere to one another. If truly we say one Nigeria, the country is truly one. The oil is supposed to be a blessing to Nigeria. But in my opinion, it seems, as of today, like a curse. But we have not really benefited from the oil. The average Nigerian citizen is here to benefit what accrues from the oil. But that same oil in Saudi Arabia, that same oil in Qatar, in Dubai, is the same oil in Nigeria. So what have Nigerian citizens, what have they benefited from that oil in Nigeria? What is the benefit of having the crude oil? Because before the crude oil, funny enough, according to history, Nigeria was far better than this before the crude oil. So what has it benefited an average Nigerians? Let us be asking ourselves questions. God has, to whom brain is given, sense expected. Let's ask ourselves pertinent questions. What is the benefit of that oil? The oil has even made some regions very, very lazy. Very lazy. End of the month, they go to Abuja for allocation. End of the month, they go to Abuja for allocation. That is the problem. They're not very, very lazy. End of the month, they now go to Abuja for allocation. Why? The oil is supposed to be a blessing for all Nigerians. The oil is supposed to make sure Nigerians are not working hard and things are flowing. Like I said, every region in Nigeria has what God has blessed them with. Every region of this country is blessed. Don't think about any region. Every region of Nigeria is blessed by something. God has found a way to bless every region. So why are all these things happening in Nigeria? Why is there so much poverty? Why is there so much illiteracy? Maternal mortality and all these likes? Why are there so much? In the midst of plenty, these are the vital questions we should be asking ourselves. Because is there a religious policy in the East? Nobody could answer that question. So all these things point to the fact that Nigeria is supposed to be a restructured Nigeria. And that is the bottom line. Let us restructure Nigeria. Let everybody manage themselves in the best possible way they can. That is the bottom line till today. Let everybody manage themselves the way they like. If you like, introduce Isba police. That's the problem. You have Isba police. The South say they want state police. You say no. But you have your own police. I remember when Amotekun wanted to start. May God bless all of the 20 Makedolu. He refused to give up. He was almost forced by Buhari's government and then Malami. But Akedolu said no. Amotekun must begin back then in Yoruba land. And it started. Today, Amotekun is doing their best to arrest criminals in the southwest part of Nigeria. So, a state police will ensure that community policing, and you know who are the heads from the commissioner of police in their own respective states. That is what we are looking forward to. So, the not are saying you don't want to say police. That because of this system, this structure. That is the problem. If Nigeria is a normal country, how can Sheikh Gumi be coming out to speak for the band? How can Sheikh Gumi be coming out to speak for the bandits in Nigeria? Who is sending me that message? Why will Sheikh Gumi be speaking for bandits? Sheikh Gumi comes out at any time to speak for the bandits. Who they send that message? That is the problem. So assuming Nigeria is a secure country, if you like speak, that's the problem in their place. I repeat, assuming Sheikh Gumi is to be an Igbo man under Buhari, he may have been arrested. Assuming Sheikh Gumi is to be a Yoruba man under Buhari, he may have been arrested. These are my own opinion. You think about it. If you are watching me now, think about it. Assuming Sheikh Gumi were to be a Yoruba man or an Igbo man under Buhari, the way it was negotiated to Boko Haram, not Boko Haram, the way it was negotiated to bandits. After all those negotiations, after everything, the man is working free. Not until this government came and said enough is enough. No more negotiations with bandits. Not until this man came. Enough is enough. We don't want trouble. No more negotiation with bandits. That is what we are expected to see as a people of Nigeria. Buhari should have ensured that before he left power, the bandits were defeated, not being negotiated for. The way and manner Buhari was going to the eastern part of Nigeria, Python dance, IPOB, everybody. Buhari decree, he signed that law that IPOB members are terrorists. Till he died, did he sign the law that bandits are terrorists? I'm asking you, the viewers, this question. When he signed the law that IPOB members are terrorists, did he sign the other law that bandits are terrorists? These are questions that let us ask ourselves. Hypocrisy will not take Nigeria anywhere. Hypocrisy can be so dangerous. It's very, very bad. Let us stop hypocrisy in this country. If one can sign a law that IPOB are terrorists, why did he sign that bandits are terrorists? Or the Fulani military, the armed Herdsmen too, that they are terrorists? Why did he sign the law? Look at it. Even IPOB members, they are very angry. I gave you that information. The son of Malam Nasir El-Rufai, Bashir El-Rufai, said, I don't believe in this one Nigeria. That's his opinion. Now, nobody arrested him. So all these are pointing out to the fact that this is not how a normal country should work. This is not how a normal country should be. We must always tell ourselves the truth. Let's tell ourselves the truth. We cannot have a kind of system like this. No, let us see. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. That's the truth. Let us stop deceiving ourselves as Nigerians.